Yo, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy MumboElite. Welcome back to another video today. And today we're going to show you how you can make the 80 plus player picks for free. I'm going to show you the top 5 ways you can do this, where your coin balance isn't going to be going down drastically. And if done correctly on some of these, you could even make coins. So if you do enjoy, feel free to smack the like button, subscribe if you're new, and let's get to it. So tip number 1, guys, I'm going to be going in order from the quickest way to get these done to probably the slowest. So first one is checking the cards you already have in your club. You can do this with tradable or untradeable. I'd recommend doing untradeable, and then if you want to sell your tradable cards to make some coins, you could do this, but a lot of us probably have at least some fodder sitting around. So for this, we'd only need to use 3 of these golds, the gold rares, and then we would need 6 commons. And if we look, we have the gold rares that we need. If we go to gold commons untradeable, I have quite a few gold commons left, and we've probably made about 15 to 20 of these already. This is just kind of left over from League SBCs, packs, and other stuff like that. So make sure you guys check your club, use as many things as you can without having to spend money first, and then we can get into the next step. All right, second fastest tip that you guys can do, this is going to involve the market. You are going to be putting coins in these cards, but I'll show you how you can use this as a trading tip to make even more potentially coins than you started with. So what we're going to do is check how much the common golds are going for. Looks like everything's going for 750 within the first couple minutes. If we go to 800 coins, you're going to notice that there's a little bit of drop off. You need to check the market by the time you're watching this video, depending on what console you're on, depending on what hour it is. These prices might change. So don't go off what I'm doing in this video. Put in this filter, check how much they're going for. And if you notice how much they're going for, put a filter where you can bid less than this. And essentially, I'd go through, and since we had an 800 by now, I'd go in and probably bid 500 to 550 on as many of these cards as you can. Now, here's where you might run into some problems. You might notice there's some leagues or some nations that get a lot more bids than others. If you notice you're getting outbid on a certain type of card, feel free to change the filter up a little bit. Maybe use an off league that doesn't have a league SBC. Maybe use a less popular nation. Whatever you have to do to win bids, the goal is going to be to try to pick up these cards. Then, let's say you get 10 cards. If you calculate how much profit you can make per card, let's say you're getting a couple hundred per card, you can then realize how much the SBC, aka the player pick, is going to cost, see how many of those you have to sell on, and then how many you can store in your club to do the SBC, aka the player pick, and it's going to be paid for then. So another thing I'd recommend too, and depending on when you're watching this could be a big deal, gold rares are actually cheaper at the moment than gold commons. So it might be cheaper to do gold rares if you wanted to use these cards. However, it might be harder to flip these constantly for profit. You might want to try to find a league on your own. We could use a league as this example here. If we go to 700 by now, you notice everything is going to go instantly. We could go to 750 now. You're going to notice that things go within a couple minutes. So if we go to, like, let's say 650 coins, we could come in here and mass bid on all these. And it might be less profit per card, but if you're able to win more of these this way and store these in your card and store these in your club and flip these for profit, you could even make more profit on these than the gold commons. Even though it's less profit per card, you might be winning more cards. The reason why I think this is the case is because there's a lot of gold rares on the market due to different promo packs that have a lot more gold rares in them than they do commons. And since you only need 3 gold rares in the pick solution, a lot of people are using way more commons than they necessarily need. They think that the gold rares are going to be more expensive, therefore they go to the commons, resulting in the commons going up in price. Tip number 3, guys, is my favorite and personally the way I've made millions of coins this year while also making packs and packing stuff along the way. It is League SBCs. So essentially you're going to take a similar method that we did in the last one. I'm going to link a video in the description of here how I do my League SBC grind. I use Libertadores. We're going to mass bid on a bunch of cards, essentially store them in our club, flip duplicates for profit, and essentially what this does is allows us to pay for the pack in and of itself, and we get a lot of fodder along the way. So here you get a gold players pack. This is going to give you 12 gold players, one of them being rare. This one's going to be a jumbo gold pack, which just prints you coins. We've been averaging about at least 8 players in every single one of these packs. And with common golds being as high as they are, that adds up over time. There's cam to center mids that are worth 5K. There's striker to center forward cards that are worth 5K. There's a bunch of consumables like contracts that you can get a couple hundred coins for, which adds up over time when you're doing this. You also have a jumbo silver pack here, which we know there's a lot of silvers that are up in price due to the objectives for icon swaps. If you pack those in here and or league SBC cards, those can make you a lot of coins in this tradable jumbo silver pack. Same thing with contracts in there, badges, kits, check all that stuff. There is value in it. Then you get an election players pack here, 6 golds, 6 silvers, 1 rare. We packed future star cards crazy out of this. I believe we got 2 or 3, but this is going to give you a good base of not having to buy common golds for the player picks and gives you a chance at packing whatever promos out at the moment. So I highly recommend you guys try doing league SBCs if you do have the time. And again, I will link that video in the description on how you can do these into player picks. Essentially, you're going to be using the fodder you get in that to build these. Tip number 4, guys, is going to be gameplay / objectives / swaps related. If you guys are going for things like icon swaps this time around, there's going to be multiple things that you can be doing to get packs in this process. So if you're playing, let's say, different game modes, you might be working towards packs like this, where you're winning live foot friendlies games in these certain game modes. And these players that you pack in here, you can put towards the packs while also getting coins and or rewards through playing the game. Same things with milestones. If you want to work towards the icon swaps, you will be getting icon swaps. You'll be getting packs around the way, like 75 pluses. But then you can use the things that you get in there. For example, if we go to squad building challenges, go over to the swap section, they have packs such as the 81 times 25. They have the 82 times 25, the 83 times 25. That can give you a lot of fodder if you want a chance at one of the promo cards that's out right now, and also give you a lot of fodder to make 80 plus player picks. So that would be kind of the next step. Using gameplay, things that you're already doing along the way, the fodder that you get, the packs you get, whether that's through division rivals, squad battles, you could be doing foot champs, you could be doing drafts, whatever the case may be, ways you're grinding the game. If you're getting packs along the way, seasons, objectives, things like that, use that towards these picks. And last but not least, one of the best methods you can do to make these, even though it's time consuming and can be super rewarding, it's been a thing that's been in the game for a while, and that is the upgrade section. Now, we're going to pair this with a thing called the bronze pack method. If you haven't heard of the bronze pack method before, it's essentially opening up bronze packs, trying to make profit, using stuff that you can't really sell or don't want to sell into things like the bronze upgrade to make essentially more players. Now, I'm going to link my bronze pack method video in the description as well if you want to check that out. But essentially what you're going to be doing is, if you want to pair bronze pack method with this, you open your bronze packs, anything that you don't need you put into the bronze upgrade, which is going to give you 2 silver players, 1 rare, 1 common. You're essentially going to keep doing this process until you work your way up to the silver upgrade. This is going to be where you're putting your untradeable silvers that you got from the bronze upgrade. This is going to give you 3 common gold player packs. Now, you could, if you want to, put those commons into the gold upgrade. Putting 11 commons into this gold upgrade will give you 2 rare golds. However, I wouldn't recommend going that far in this because we'll be using mainly common golds. This is going to be an excellent source for it. Remember, you need 9 cards in the 80 plus player pick. You're going to need 3 rares, and then you can use 6 common golds. So what better way than doing 2 silver upgrades mixed with 3 rare golds that you either already have in your club or that you can get off the market with the tips we showed you before to get these picks done. Now, on top of that, if you want to skip, let's say, the whole bronze pack method step, you don't want to do bronze upgrade, but you want to focus on silver upgrade, here's a little tip that can help you get this done quicker and, again, potentially make coins on. So we're going to go to the transfer market. We're going to look at silvers this time, and we're going to look at the silver prices. Now, when we look on the market right now, not every card is selling for 200 coins within the hour, but if we go to certain leagues, you might notice that it's easier to sell than others. So if we go to the championship, we're going to see that every card sells within the hour for 200 coins. Some a little quicker, some a little slower. And of course, EA is giving us an error when we're recording the video. Essentially, what you're going to do is pick a league, whether it has a league SBC or not, that you can consistently win these cards in and flip them for profit. The goal for this is we're going to be trying to pick up as many cards as we can. We need 11 to do the silver upgrade. That's if we're using cards that we're getting strictly from here. Nothing untradeable in the club, which again, I would recommend using the untradeable cards first, because those you can't really do anything else with other than put them in an SBC. If you needed tradable cards, you could theoretically go to the market with something like this League SBC, bid on 11 cards, and if you flip 11 cards, let's say you pick them up for 150, and you sell them for 300 coins, essentially you double your coins. Another way you can look at that is if you bid on 11 players and you double your coins, you essentially can fund now 22 players. Then 22 players, if you bid on 22, double your coins on those, you can now afford 44. The reason why this multiplication is so important is if you put 11 cards into let's say the silver upgrade, you're going to need to cover the cost of that. So if you bid on 11 cards, double your coins, it's essentially a free upgrade pack. You don't really have to pay for it. It pays for itself. Now, if you do that a little bit more, or let's say you're not getting double the coins, you're making a little less, but you're still getting a little bit of profit. If you make sure that you're more in profit than the cost of the silver upgrade is going to be, you're going to come out being up in coins and getting yourself fodder to make these 80 plus player picks. So that's kind of the last method. I know that might be a lengthy explanation. I know a lot of this stuff might be confusing, but if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me. I'm going to be doing all these methods live on stream. Oh, voice crack. I'm doing all these methods live on stream throughout the week. So if you need more advice on which way might be the best way to do it, or getting a little bit more creative with it, who knows, we might come up with even more methods on how to do this. These are just kind of the main 5 that I've thought of and have done in the past. I'm mainly going to be sticking to the League SBC. We'll probably do some bidding as well if we can flip some of the gold rares. But yeah, man, let me know. What do you guys think? Let me know what you've been packing, and I'll catch you next time. It's been your boy MumboElite. I'm out. God bless.